I tell you, if you live in Delhi, it's such a great boon to have a state like Uttarakhand as your neighbor. The hills of Garhwal and Kumaon are always inviting. And if you're itch for a long weekend, all you got to do is take your car and point it towards the hills of Garhwal or Kumaon. And that's exactly what I have done. I'm off to a place which in English is called the Queen's Meadow. In Hindi, it's called Ranikhet. And that's where I'm off to today.
My driving companion on this trip is this Mercedes C-Class, but this is not the regular C, this is the Grand C limited edition. This car was launched by Mercedes in January to mark their 50,000 car rollout in India. And like all special editions, the C Grand 2 has features which are not there on the regular C-Class, like a panoramic sunroof or a brushed aluminum finish here. But it also has all the features and all the comforts and conveniences of the regular C-Class. Is actually born for the highway cruise. It's got adequate power, the handling is superb, and it's got enough space to make you comfortable. And even if you are traveling with your entire family, the boot is big enough to hold all the luggage.
The way to Ranikhet from Delhi is through Hapur, Muradabad, where you take the bypass to skirt around the city and then on to Rampur, Haldwani, after which the hill road starts. And your first stop is the beautiful lake city of Bhimtal. Continue to drive through Bhimtal and you will soon be on the road to Ranikhet, where the river Kosi faithfully follows you for a long way, making it all the more scenic. Ranikhet is at a distance of around 360 kilometers, out of which around 90 kilometers is hill driving, and that adds to the time one takes to reach. Total drive time is around 7 hours from Delhi. So I finally make it to Ranikhet. Ranikhet is a place which will soothe your tired city soul. It's quiet, it's peaceful, and it's beautiful. And from here it's possible to get a view of the majestic Himalayan ranges. Right behind me you can see the peaks of Nanda Devi and Trishul. And on a clear day you get a very nice view of this. Ranikhet is actually a place where you can sit, relax and unwind. Ranikhet gets its name from a local legend, which states that it was here that Raja Sudhardev won the heart of his queen, Rani Padmini, who subsequently chose the area for her residence, giving it the name Ranikhet. In 1869, the British established the headquarters of the Kumaon regiment here and used the station as a retreat from the heat of the Indian summer. At one time during the British Raj, it was also proposed as the summer headquarters of the government of India in place of Shimla. There is still a large presence of the regiment here and a large part of the town is the cantonment area. Ranikhet as a town has a significantly large local population. Add to this a floating population of tourists who descend upon this town during summer months, and consequently you have a thriving marketplace, places where you can go eat, shop and even stay. If you are in Ranikhet, accommodation is not a problem, as the town caters to tourists of all hue and cry, and consequently there are hotels ranging from the budget to luxury. And the bazaar here is what provides most of the action, as this is the point which is the focus of this small town. If you are tired of lazing around and taking in the beautiful sights of Ranikhet, then there is something else you can do. You can go and tee off in style at this almost picture-perfect golf course here. This is really nice and green during the summer months, and if you come here, you will find a very pretty picture of a golf course. So much so that you might even become a golfer yourself. In addition to this, there are plenty of places in Ranikhet which offer an opportunity for a nice view of the Himalayan ranges or a walk in the company of nature. One such place is the Chaubatia Garden, which is around 12 kilometers from the city center. But before you get into the garden, you must pay your respect to the goddess in the Jhula Devi temple, which is supposed to be over a couple of centuries old and adorned with literally thousands of bells. And here we run into a lady who is the head priest here and who explains the presence of so many bells.
Everybody thinks that if we ask anything from Maya and she fulfills your needs, after fulfilling your needs, you have to give some bell. See, there are thousands or millions bells. These are all old and new, but this bell is 700 years old.
After paying our respect and wondering about the authenticity of the 700-year-old bell, we drive on towards the Chaubatia Garden. If you are in Ranikhet, one of the places you must visit is the Chaubatia Garden here. The Chaubatia Garden basically is an orchard spread over 250 acres of rolling hillsides, growing apples mainly. So if you love your apples, you know now where to find them. Besides, it offers a splendid view of the Himalayan ranges. The Chaubatia Garden is where you find nature at her best. Old trees swaying to the gentle wind and apple trees which now look like skeletons with bare branches which will soon be laden with fruits once the summer comes back in the month of May and June. This is a place to be if you love nature. This is what an ideal evening should be. Beautiful, tranquil, sitting in the lap of nature with a gorgeous view of the valley below. I had a wonderful time to Ranikhet, and I strongly recommend that next time you have some time on your hands and you want a weekend getaway, do drive down to Ranikhet. It's a place which has everything you might need over a long weekend to charm you.